Okay, this is part 5 and the end of our LSDJ tutorial from Sabrepulse. If you have not watched the other parts and you're just coming in here, you're going to be horribly confused, so I would suggest watching it from the beginning. This section is labeled Percussion, Snare Drum, and Hi-Hats. Create a new chain in the noise channel that's labeled NOI. So just double tap A and you'll get 3. If you've been following up to now, it should be chain 03. If not, don't worry, just double tap A to create a virgin chain. Go into your new chain and create a new phrase. Just double tap A and you'll get 6. Like I said in the previous section, because we've used 5 already in our second pulse channel, it'll now be 6. Okay, go into this phrase and place notes. The default is fine. Don't worry about that now on rows 4 and C. So go in, you go to 4, just tap 4. You'll hear that you get a different sound. It's a noise sound, and C. So we actually want to change the instrument because this is our bass instrument. As you can see, it's labeled bass, so that's how we don't want that. Just double tap A, and you'll get 4, and that's not right. So 4 should be. I'm sorry, 3. I don't know why it went to 4. Yeah, 4 or 3 is rather what you want for our. This is going to be the snare. This is going to be your snare drum, so make sure these notes are assigned to a new instrument number, then go into the instrument screen for it. In the instrument screen, we need to make sure that we are using a noise instrument, so make sure that it is selected instead of pulse. As you can see, if you hold A and use left and right, you want to make sure you're using the correct type of instrument in the correct column. You wouldn't necessarily use a pulse instrument in your noise column. You can. It's, there are no rules as far as what to use. I just generally like that all the parameters affect it, but there is room for experimentation. So if you feel like you want to experiment with it, I mean, go ahead. But I tend not to do that. Okay. Once you've done this, name the instrument snare. So let's go ahead and do that. SNARE. Okay. Press play to hear what you're altering whilst you edit the envelope to around C3. You guys can, I'm not going to, just so I don't compete with the noise. Change the length to something that sounds snappy, and finally edit the sweep until the notes start to resemble a snare sound. EF usually works fine, so try that. That's what we'll do. So our shape now is EF. Okay, so go back to your phrase screen, which is here, and create a new instrument. Add these notes before and after each of the snares, and experiment inside the instrument screen. Remember to name this instrument hat. So before and after our snare. I'm going to change this actually to 4. Okay, now we're going to edit our hi-hat instrument, so label it hat. Okay. Then make this as long or short as you want it. A1 or A2 is usually a good envelope setting, and to be honest, you won't really need to alter the length or sweep parameters, but again, it's up to you. Experimentation is the key, and this is true. I'm actually going to, we'll hear A1. I like the longer one, so I'll just use A2 for now. Try changing a few of the phrases in this chain and adding new percussion patterns. Once you've got it sounding how you want, navigate back to the song screen and hit start to hear your kick drum, bass line, lead melody, snare, and hi-hat all working together in perfect harmony. I'm actually not going to do this. I'm just going to keep it as is. If you want to kind of expand on this and just do a little experimentation, by all means, go ahead and do so. But I'm just going to keep it as is. And so now let's hear what we've done so far. Okay, by now you should have enough basic knowledge and understanding to create chains, phrases, and instruments in LSDJ, and use these to construct a simple song. Again, remember to read the LSDJ manual and check the LSDJ wiki mailing list for advanced techniques and for anything at all you're not sure of. And that is the guide. It's not, I hope it wasn't too difficult. I hope you're able to follow along pretty well. I would suggest, if this is your first time around, that you remained strict to this guide, to actually go back and do it a second time, but this time experiment a little bit, because that's what LSDJ is all about. Really, you will learn a lot more just experimenting with different things rather than actually continually trying to follow guides. But there are a lot of things that you can learn, and as far as making different instruments, I will be posting more videos as far as particular instruments you can make. They won't be as long as this because you will obviously know how to make a instrument, but it will just show you how to make the instrument, and as far as what settings to actually add, and what it sounds like. I think I will create my own guide as far as the wave channel and what you can do with the wave channel. Sabrepulse didn't really go over this, and the wave channel, I actually really like it. So until next video, take care, guys.